Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream, Fight CPS and Stop Taking Our Children. I'm your host, Bob Pace, and it's a warm welcome. I do this twice a day, 7 days a week. That's 14 live streams. I've been doing this since October 2023. So that's a lot of shows over 2 years. And here we are to talk about what I call the child protection systems found in every county, in every state in the US, and in every city worldwide. This is a worldwide live stream, so I have audience from 24 countries, with the US as 25 countries. And they all have something in common. They've encountered a bad CPS system, a dysfunctional system, which I'm sorry to say that 50% of the time it's right. 50% of the time. Now, I've talked to over 2,950 people. And one thing they all have in common, they had this bad CPS system that was very corrupt, stole their children, trafficked their children, and have ruined their families. And what I'm doing here is, with my experience of fighting CPS for 25 years and dealing with CPS for 25 years and fighting them on this live stream and doing what they did to my family. I lost my forever home. I lost my credibility by getting any jobs. I've lost millions of dollars because of CPS. They're very corrupt. All they think about is money. Not money from you, but by placing your children in custody, they seem to make a lot of money. A lot of money. They give bonuses to the social workers and then to those counties where there's a CPS entity. Now, CPS was started in '64 by an act of Congress in the United States that mandated that we start looking after our children and protect them from abuse and from neglect. We've had this for a long time with our animals. The Animal Care Act, or the animals that have been protected long before our children were. It's necessary. And I'm not against us protecting our children. What I'm against is the crook CPS entities that destroy families. They're supposed to do something called reunification. That means if they need to break apart a family and the child's in danger, then they need to make every effort possible to rehab the parent, to have the parent take parenting classes or core programs for their behavior and have them revamped so they can come back and get their children. It's supposed to be emphasized that, but that's lost in the shuffle, especially when an act of 1994 was passed, which basically Clinton signed a law that says that that if the CPS entity in the county gets that child adopted into foster care, they get a bonus of $35,000. That's a lot of money. Now, there's lots of ways you can interact with this live stream, and one of the ways is to text a message. Now, I have up on my screen a banner which you can read, and your message can either be a comment or a question about CPS. We want to keep it for CPS. This is what the purpose of the show is. And all you have to do is state your name and your location. And if you happen to be outside the United States, please list your country. And then we'll take care of the rest. I'll try to come up with an answer to your question or comment. So that's one way. A second way is to be a guest on my live stream. To be a guest on my live stream, all you have to do is pick one of my 14 live streams. And I'm on every morning and every evening. Now, the morning times, it is 10 o'clock on weekdays and 8 o'clock on the weekends. Those are AM times. And in the evening, it's 7 p.m. every night of the week, including the weekends. Now, I'm on the West Coast, south of Los Angeles, so I'm on Pacific Standard Time. That means if you're in Mountain Time, you're 1 hour ahead of me. Central, like in Montana, in Texas, you're on Central Time, you're 2 hours ahead of me, and on Ohio or Tennessee or Kentucky, you're 3 hours ahead of me, so you're 3 hours ahead of me. Now, in the United Kingdom, you're 8 hours. In Europe, you're nine. And in Africa, you're nine. And then we go back the other way. In Hawaii, going backwards, you're 3 hours behind me. And then if you're in Australia and the Philippines, you're the next day and 6 hours behind me. So those are the time zones. But I'm glad that you found me here because I do want to help you. Now, to be a guest, you just send me your name, your phone number, and your email. And also what day of the show. You want to be in my Saturday morning show or Friday night show or Wednesday morning or Monday night, whatever. And I'll take the information forward on to my show producer, Grace, who in turn will send you a link to get on the software application used called SteamYard. It's a software application you see before you that has the way the room's set up. It uses YouTube to transmit. So when you get that link, it's good for you. If you get knocked off, you can go use it again. And the rules are simple. We're here to respect one another. We're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about CPS. And please do not use the name of children, social workers, or judges. There's no eating or smoking on the show. Also, there's no profanity. So that's all there is, the rules, and then to help you with your situation or you can help others. But that's to be a guest. And lastly, I'm going to put my number up that you can call into my live stream. It's 626 698 0990. And hello there, JJ. I haven't seen you for a couple days. And it's not Mr. Davis, actually, it's Bob Pace, JJ. But that's okay. Mr. Davis is the attorney I work for. And I know you're from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm glad that you reminded me about that. That's good, from Claremont County. And hello there, Justin John. I'm glad to see you too. Now, Justin John has the third name. Justin John is really Tony the Tiger. And Tony the Tiger is Cassandra, is her real name, and she's from Otsego County, New York. And she has a real hard time with her family members. And of course, her 14-year-old son has been the one she's trying to get back, and he's been abused by family members and tricked and so forth. So she has a tough problem there. And thank you, JJ. Mr. Pace, that sounds good enough. So we have JJ from Cincinnati, Ohio. We have Tony the Tiger, who's Justin John who's who's Cassandra from Otsego County, New York. And then we got who else we got here? I think that's it. I think that's all the people that come in so far. Well, my number's up here, and you can call in at 626 698 0990. My phone's on and ready to take your call. My phone's on and ready to take your call. Mm. 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 Good evening. You've reached the live stream and you reached your host, Bob Pace. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to? Hey, yeah. Hi, Cassandra. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm trying to keep it together, doing school.
I
Going pretty
know.
good.
I know you got your third name here, Justin John. Okay, John Justin.
Yeah, my phone just died on me, and somehow I couldn't get into any of my emails or anything. I had to get a new phone, set up a new email,
Well, I'm
all of
glad to
that.
hear from you. I've been worried about you and so forth. I do want to say hello to Michael Ryland. I forgot where you're from, Michael Ryland. If you could tell me where you're from, that would be great, Michael. All right, we have Justice John or John Justice, who's also the Tony the Tiger, who's Cassandra. And what's the latest about your 14-year-old son?
Well, so we were supposed to have a placement meeting in September, but I called because my daughter was supposed to be there too, but they wanted it for 2 o'clock, but she didn't get out of school and wouldn't be home in time. So I called them up and I told the worker, it was actually a supervisor, and she said that the worker who was supposed to be there for the placement hearing was out sick. Nobody bothered to call me that day to cancel or anything or say anything about it. And that was the same day I brought up the sexual abuse with my son, my concern about it. And ever since I brought that up to them, they haven't tried to contact me, show up at my house or anything. And now all of a sudden they want to do a permanency hearing, which is tomorrow. And they're trying to say that they haven't been able to get a hold of me and that a lot of the problems are my parenting classes and stuff, but they're supposed to refer me to these parenting classes. Little do they know, I took it upon myself and I went into the parenting classes. I've already been at did all the paperwork for it. I already have it set up. I'm doing schooling. I volunteer at a food pantry. I can't be home 24/7 waiting for you to come look at my house. And I'm just supposed to stay here and do nothing and wait for you guys and let you control every aspect of my life. It's unfair. And I believe I'm a good parent. The school out here tried to get my daughter to drop out of school during her last year when she was supposed to graduate. I had to take up third class, and I got her enrolled in a GED program. She's got a job. My oldest has a job, and she's doing her GED. My second child, she's just got accepted. She's not even done with high school, and she just got accepted to 2 colleges. I'm enrolled in college, doing college classes. Why is it that I'm capable of taking care of 2 kids, but not a third one? Why is it I bring up sexual abuse and you're still not doing nothing about it, but trying to keep me away from him? And just, it's like all this stuff is I know it's not supposed to be political here, but everything that's going on in the news, it's part of my life is like that. Every time I bring up something to the White House, it comes out in the news, but not here.
Okay.
It's like the state doesn't get touched.
Yeah, a comment to you. One thing that is really be instrumental that doesn't take too much of your time is that anytime you hear something from social services or you talk to them, you need to write what's called a self confirming email. So when you found out the social worker didn't know and you were letting them know that your daughter gets out late, you could have sent them an email that says, "This is to confirm our phone discussion of such and such today at such and such a time." That the social
I mean, I
worker,
have all that log. I
well,
do have all that log. With the
you may
conversation
have it
time, the exact
logged,
date, the exact
you may
time,
have it
all
logged,
of that.
you may have it logged, but you don't have an email sent to them that says that.
Right,
And that is your
right.
mistake because when you send an email that's a confirming email, it sets them up. And having that confirming email will help you in the long run. Yes, you may have it logged, but an email is more backup for your log. And I know it's frustrating. It is frustrating. You don't think about those things, but if you written back in September a self-confirming email, my understanding so and so, blah blah blah, then you have that to show to the court. Now you have something really important coming up, and I take it seriously. Do you still have a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, but also with that, I have reported her to the proper court, judicial court, and they actually just emailed me back the other day telling me that they got confirmation and they're referring it to a higher court.
Yeah, but you may have to
in
be
the near future.
prepared. You may have to be prepared to go to court with that court-appointed attorney because that's all you have, right?
Right, but I'm gonna refuse to have her. I need a new lawyer because I've already recharged her in, and anything she does to me could be retaliation.
Well, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to ask for a continuance in court, Cassandra.
A continuance, that's what I need. Okay.
Yeah, you need the thing called a continuance. The reason being is that you're replacing your attorney.
Right.
You need to show them paperwork showing that you requested and that they are in the process of.
That I did file a report.
Well, that and what they said back to you. Didn't they send something back to you?
They did. They sent me something back. It says, let me see, where is it? Here. Correspondence. Attorney Grievance Counsel, correspondence. They send it back and they acknowledge my receipt of my complaint, and they determined the matter to be in a higher jurisdiction, and that's where they're sending it to. And they say, accordingly, we have transferred the matter to that committee, which will be communicating with you in the near future. And they gave me a phone number and stuff, and it's from the chief attorney of the Attorney Grievance Committee.
All right, all right. So you're going to you have that to take you to court because you won't have time to replace the attorney in time for your permanency court. So ask for a continuance.
All right.
And usually you get asked 90 days. They say no, they say 60, then take the 60 days. But then you got to put the pressure on replacing the attorney. That should help you, Cassandra. That should help you.
All right. I appreciate that.
How is your son doing, though?
I have no idea. They still have not allowed me to see him or talk to him. They have not even tried to do any reunification. I'm actually going to I'm calling the ombudsman in the morning.
Yeah.
The ombudsman of the state, yeah.
Sometimes they are helpful. Sometimes they're not good. So be careful with the ombudsperson.
Well, I'm gonna keep climbing. I'm gonna keep going up. I don't care. I don't care what it got to take. I'm gonna keep going higher and higher until somebody listens.
I agree. I agree. I just tell you.
Being all kinds of abuse. And I have date times of everything that I say, and I have videos. I have, everything is documented. I have learned that through this whole process. Document everything. Phone calls are recorded, videos are taken, everything.
Okay.
Including the stuff at the hospital. Like, that's what upsets me the most is I tell you one of your nurses sexually abused my son, and that's the nurse you put over my son. Of course you're going to say whatever you want because you're obviously traumatizing him. And my son's not the only one that's gone through this. Like, this hospital has so much stuff going on inside it. Like, I don't care if I get a cold. I'm not going to see a doctor out here. Nowhere from this network. There's a lot of scary things that go on in there.
Understood. How about you and your well-being? Do you have a safe, dry place that you're staying?
Yes, I stay at my apartment, which is another thing. I've been in this apartment for 2 years now. 2 years. Okay.
I thought they were going to evict you.
Nope. I've been doing good with that. I have stupid neighbors and stuff, but I stay to myself, and like I said, I've been volunteering outside of the house at churches and at our Purdue program.
Yeah.
It's been very helpful with everything. One of the few places out here that, doesn't have these idiots here that are just here to sabotage your life. They actually are trying to help people do better.
Yep.
So I want to help me keep my sanity. Plus, I'm doing school and I'm doing ethics, so that's been a big thing.
Wow, you are keeping yourself busy.
I'm trying. Idle hands make for devil's work.
Okay. So if you get the continuance and you hopefully get 90 days, that should give you enough time to get that attorney.
Right. Well, the type of fight myself would be good practice.
Oh boy. There we go. Well, we did have JJ from Tennessee. Oh, excuse me, Michael Richmond from Tennessee. JJ is not from Tennessee. JJ is from Ohio, and I he is to tell me that his daughter was returned to him after CPS had taken her back in October 2025, and it was lifted. So he's. I'm so glad, JJ, that your daughter's returned. What did you do to get your daughter returned, JJ? Looks good. And we have Michael from Tennessee in the room. Along on the phone, we have Cassandra and Desiree Bucher. If you can hear me, I'm on the phone with Desiree. I mean, with Cassandra. With Cassandra. So, okay, let's see. Michael says I made a complaint on my attorney to use the kids, go to make a motion to be taken off my case. Well, that is good, Michael. You can't have that court-appointed attorney if he doesn't work for you. You need to get another attorney. Either. And hello, Desiree Buchner. I can't talk to you because I'm on the phone talking to Cassandra. I can only talk to one person at a time. So hang in there, Desiree Bunkner. She's from Santa Ana, California, and her case was out in San Bernardino. Anyway, we have Cassandra, who's Tony the Tiger, or John Justice, on the phone. We have Desiree Buckner from Santa Ana, California, who has a case in San Bernardino County, who's trying to call in, but I can only do one phone call at a time. We have Michael. It's okay. We have Michael from Tennessee. We have JJ from Ohio. And let me see, who else do we have here? I think that's about it. But still, it's a good group of people. What else is new with your case, Cassandra? What else is new?
Well, they're trying to say that therapeutic. I was supposed to do therapeutic visits with my son. They've never tried to do that. And when we did try to do it, we did it with a doctor that was right here next to us. And I'm just reading a part in the visiting plan, and they're gonna violate me for not doing something I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm doing everything that I'm court ordered to do, and they just don't know because they're obviously not checking into it. But they're trying to tell me that it was court ordered to have therapeutic visitation with my son. No, it wasn't therapeutic. And we were meeting with the doctor right here, but he reported he can no longer supervise the visitation due to me having recording the session without consent and posting it online. And that's because everything he said in that here, like when it went online, my brother even threatened me, my younger brother. He threatened me and said posting things like that on posting videos like that is going to make things worse for me because the truth is all coming out. Because everything that CPS is trying to tell me, that whole visit with the doctor sat there and like basically said that everything I was saying was right, but what the workers were saying didn't make any sense. Like transportation needs to be he needed to know about the appointment 2 weeks in advance because he needed to schedule transportation. And even the doctor in the video verifies you only need 3 days, not 2 weeks. And then when I told this to the worker, I said something to him. I said, well, like my son's in another state. Why do you need 2 weeks? After that, my preventive worker stopped messaging me, stopped contacting me. Like I didn't hear nothing from him since I said that about the visit. And then right on that video, when I recorded the whole session, I'm going to record it because I don't trust any of you people. And I'm going to make sure the world knows what's going on with my case, the real truth. There's not two sides to the story. There's one side. And I'm going to put it all out there. My side and his side. Like, you sat here and just agreed with me that everything that the preventive worker was saying was a lie. And that's why now you can't do it because now you're screwing up their case.
No, what you want to do is you don't want to post it every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You want to show the court. You don't want to do that. It's making your son feel uneasy.
Yeah, but the court is biased too. Like,
they won't be biased if they hear that. They won't be biased if they hear what you recorded. They won't be biased.
Yeah, well, they'll try to find a way around it. That's exactly what they're doing now. That's why they said they're in the process of violating me. Because the only way my lawyer would do the violation on my on CPS was if I agreed to the terms that CPS wanted me to do. Like in the fact finding case, I had to agree to that in order for her to sign off so that I could violate CPS without giving my visits, period. Now they're retaliating by not giving me visits and then they're going to violate me for not doing what I'm court ordered to do. Yeah, I'm doing everything that I'm court ordered to do. They don't even know because they're not even trying to help me.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I have an email from the other law firm that says I'm targeted by the system. Like, they're targeting me. A whole law firm noticed that. I didn't even have to tell them that story.
Yeah. Well, it's very important that you don't sit there and air the laundry in a public place like that.
Well, I just don't feel safe out here, so.
I understand, but if you have it recorded and you have it yourself, you can bring it out in the court.
Oh, I have it. It's not on Facebook no more, but I have it recorded.
Well, you also need to write your self-serving emails. Everything you discuss with CPS, everything you do with CPS, you need to send a confirming email. You just start your email by saying, "This is to confirm."
It was the supervisor, Amanda or whatever. She was the last person I talked to, and they haven't tried to contact me since. Like, my phone is broke, but it still rings.
Yeah, well, they can still got an answer machine too, so they should be able to leave in.
Well, no, yeah, but they can call through at any time. They don't try to. They have not tried to contact me once. I even just stayed home the last 2 weeks just to see if they would show up for anything. They're not trying to do nothing. They weren't trying to stop by even when I was out. So, like, I'm not going to keep just sitting around waiting on them to not do anything except steal people's kids and traffic them. Now, this place is good for that.
Well, anyway, it sounds like you got a lot more done than the last time I talked to you.
Oh, I did. I've been very productive. My first semester of my college classes ends, I believe, December 13th.
All right. Now, this tournament. Yeah, well, this one thing you got to show at this hearing, if it was going to take place, is you got to show them that you've been doing these parenting classes. And
yeah, the lady's coming out to my house too. She comes out. She's coming out on Thursday. We just did the other, like, the intake and stuff. And then the lady I was working with that I was going to do on Zoom, she ended up leaving, so I had to start with another lady. So now our first classes start this week.
Yeah.
And she comes to my house. So that's the even thing right there. Like, you can't get in my house, but you can use their district.
Yeah.
Because they come in my house. They schedule it.
Is this a private parenting class? Is this a private parenting class? Is this a private parenting class? God. Okay. Good evening, Desiree. I was on the phone with Cassandra from New York.
Yeah.
Why were you bumping? Why were you? Well, I'm pretty good, but I'm disturbed because you bumped the caller off my line.
Oh, no.
You twice have tried to call in, and I've said on the show that Desiree, I'm on a call. I can only talk to one person at a time.
I'm sorry.
You know. Well, I've already lost her because she's not there. I don't know if I can get her back again or not. She did talk a little bit about there.
If she tries calling again, I'll hang up. I'll apologize.
Well, you got to be careful because you've done this before in the past where you keep calling and calling.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm disabled like 100% mentally.
I know. I know.
Car, okay? So
Yeah. Right. Go ahead. What is it? What is it?
Okay. So my daughter with her no more. My son, I would like to get there. I need to know like what kind of paperwork to fill out to get a therapy for me and my 16-year-old son. That way he can get to know me more better. I just don't know like who to talk to.
Well, first of all, what is the status of your relationship with your daughter and your son?
Well, remember my daughter, I know you don't remember, I'm sorry. My daughter, she's 18 now, and I went to visit her on October 27th.
Well, you can see her anytime you want. You don't have any issues with your daughter who's 18. She's an adult. She can come and see you.
But she's being influenced so negatively by her.
Well, you got to be okay. Here's the thing that's going to be hard that you're not going to accept. If she's 18 and she wants to be her own, there's nothing you can do. You can just say, "I love you." You say, "I love you, daughter," but I can't force you to come and see your mom. So
I'm not forcing her to do nothing. I'm just asking them, like,
well,
what do about my 16-year-old?
Well, she doesn't want to be a part of the relationship. You can't force her to do it.
I don't want to talk about her.
All right.
I want to talk about my son.
What's the latest with your son now? What's the relationship with him?
Well, he was there when I went to visit my daughter before she turned 18, and she threw the flowers in the trash and told me, "Don't come back." And then my son was watching, and he's going to turn 16 on the 25th of this month, and I still have rights, and I would really want some paperwork filed for therapy between me and my son. Not for me, but for me and my son, because I already have therapy.
Well, hold on one second. What is CPS? What's the case that CPS has with you and your son? Huh?
He was never in CPS. He was never in CPS.
Where is he?
He's with the dad in the Mississippi. So?
Okay, but he's not with you.
No.
All right. Who has custody of him?
The dad.
All right. So you got to work with your dad, with your ex-husband.
The dad doesn't want to come out of the house.
I'm sorry, what?
The dad does not want to come out of the house so he can be served. She does it violently. So get the F out of here.
You can't force situations with people. I find out that you're just going to end up making it worse, and it's going to get further and further angry on both parts, and people get driven further apart. All you can do is say, "I love you, son. Your mother's here, and you have rights to see me. Let me know when you can." Now, if your ex-husband doesn't want to do that, there's nothing you can do against your ex-husband except maybe change the visitation. You'd have to go to court again and request a reconsideration of visitation because he isn't allowing you to see your son.
Yes, I know that. I'm the one with the 3 baby daddies and the 4 children.
Right. But you know,
you told me don't stop fighting for my son.
Well, no, I don't mean you don't stop fighting, but you can't force a situation. That's what I'm getting at. You can do it with legal motions and legal requirements. All you can do is be there for your son. You just can't force it.
How can I be there for my son if this woman keeps getting in the way of this shit?
Well, if you suddenly are very quiet and you write loving messages to your son, I don't know if you have a way of writing a letter to him or sending him something there. Eventually, he's going to wise up to it.
No. Okay. Then, what do I do meanwhile then for the Riverside County, my 1-year-old who the county took my baby away for no reason that's legit?
Well, what is Riverside? What does Riverside County have? Where are they at on your case there?
They're saying they're basically basing on my background. The times that I lost my children, but my son was never in CPS, my oldest, the 16-year-old, and they're saying that based upon her records, we find prima facie showing have been made as to allegations in reference to newborn Jeremiah, 300B. And it says visitation between child and Jeremiah and the father, public social services, Parkland, that, hold on. On April 2014, Riverside County received an immediate response to referral alleging general neglect of my son. And then they're saying that they're not giving him back because of my background. And the fact that I'm not stable, the best place for the newborn, or for the 1-year-old now, is for them to stay with the dad's sister, and that gets to him, and he's the whole point of the reason why I got my baby taken away.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not nice. Sometimes it's not right when things do happen. But like with me, I think it's really wrong that the social worker interfered and forced my daughter to divorce us parents and change her name. And the judge went along with that. It was really sad because the CASA worker, the social worker, and the judge all encouraged my daughter, who at 12 at the time, divorced her mom and dad, to change her name, to change, seal her birth certificate, get a new birth certificate, get a secondary social security card, and take more money from my retirement. I mean, it's ludicrous, but there's nothing I can do. All you can do is keep saying you love them and do the same thing. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
I mean, that is um, that is a hard thing to swallow. I mean,
I had my son. It says Jeremiah remains in custody of the mother, Desiree Calderon, on a certain day. Okay, and then
you have visitation. You don't have you only have what's called a visitation plan.
I don't have nothing. They won't give me no visitations, no pictures, no nothing.
Okay, you just read something. What did you read? Where did that come from?
That came from the Superior Court of California County Riverside Detention Report.
And what does it say in that report?
It's saying, Mother, the services bureau will be provided pending further proceedings, SPP. Says Mother Desiree, alcohol, drug testing, substance abuse treatment, counseling, parenting, other services as deemed necessary. The father does parenting, counseling, substance abuse, and da 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 da. So the judge, they're going to hold us accountable. Both of us, no matter how hard I do better and try, compared to him, it doesn't really matter. They were going to cancel my parental rights anyway. It says that we must complete health education questionnaire to provide necessary information for social service practitioner to complete the form MCHE. Contact Jeremiah is ordered as follows. Anyone who appears to be under the influence or a controlled substance will not be allowed. There's contact between child and Jeremiah. There's specific in-person visitation to be supervised by the county agency or otherwise direct. But that's his sister. He can see him anytime because he's already shown me pictures. And it says that other findings and orders is the parents and legal guardian present during the hearing were provided blah blah blah.
Okay, basically it's a report. It tells you your husband and you have to complete programs and parenting classes, do drug rehab and those kinds of things. When those are completed, then they'll come back and readdress the arrangement. But right now, your husband or you do not have arrangements except to complete the reports and stuff.
I've already done it. It's over now. I've done.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know that until you tell me. Okay, so it's been done. Has your court appointed attorney presented that to the court?
No, she did not.
Well, why did she not do it?
Because challenge the court's determination of my rights of reunification services. She failed me at those two.
Well, then you have a lawsuit against her. You have a civil lawsuit against her.
I tried to contact the civil lawsuit people. They said that they don't have nothing, they don't find nothing. And I'm like, okay, well, they allowed me and the dad to visit with the baby at the same time. Tell me that ain't wrong. What's going to happen? They're saying, well, you might need to just do a general, I don't know, it started with a G. But I was just like, nobody's going to do nothing. I don't got no money like that, you know. I did. But during the investigation, Ms. Calderon says that stress had led her to relapse on alcohol on September 2nd, 2024. Upon relapsing, she realized.
Have you done your alcohol program? Is it finished?
Yes, I've done a whole.
Do you have a certification? Do you have a certification that you've completed it?
I have so many certifications.
Well, I don't need to know how many you have. Have you done it?
Yes, I have.
All right. What you need to do is you need to put a copy of that, send it to social services, send it to the court.
Okay.
They need to be notified that you have.
Yeah, well,
And how many parenting classes have you satisfied? How many parenting classes have you satisfied?
She asked me for one. I gave her two.
All right. Have you given the certificates of the parenting classes to the social worker?
Yes, I have.
All right. Have you given it to the court?
Yes, she should have, because yes.
All right.
Yeah, I have a package.
Well, then what you need to do is you need to ask the judge. Are you pro se it now since you've got rid of your attorney?
Yes, I'm working with the appeals.
Well, you don't want to appeal something because if has it been finalized?
Appellate. I'm sorry, appellate.
You're doing what again?
I'm working with the appellate.
I know you're working with the appellate, but okay. See, this is the hardest thing that most people are having. When you don't work with a real attorney or attorney that's knowledgeable, you're going to be just bouncing like a ping pong ball.
Exactly. That's why I'm losing my hair.
And I'm sorry about that, but you're going to have to get somebody that knows legal advice. And have you tried pro bono?
Yes.
And what have you come up with pro bono?
I've tried everything almost, but I got caught up taking on too much I can't handle. And I lost some deadlines. It's too much. I can't be an attorney.
Well, okay.
My dad told me I should have because he thinks I'm intelligent, but my heart is broken while I'm trying to concentrate on reading and taking notes and following paperwork all year long and trying to do the right thing. It's just really sucks.
Well, do you have a relationship with your dad?
Well, he passed away in 2010.
Okay. Do you have a relationship with anyone of your family?
Yes, my family's disorientated though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It says though that the reason why I know they're on the detention report, the addendum report, it says during the investigation, Ms. Calderon said the stress had led her to relapse on alcohol in September 2024 because upon relapsing, she realized Jeremiah was no longer safe because the air conditioner wasn't on. Mama lost her wallet. Mama lost her keys. And then I sought support, which is his godmother's Kathy. And then she was aware the lack of sobriety hindered my ability to provide safe and adequate parenting for Jeremiah, which is why she asked Ms. Willard to take Jeremiah under her care. I asked her to take her under my care. Exactly. So I didn't put my son in danger. As well, speaking with Ms. Calderon,
Okay.
2025.
All right. Hold on for
Yeah, and
one.
it's
Hold
yeah,
on. Hold on for a second. I need to address some people in my room here. Justin
okay.
John, who is Cassandra, who is from Oswego, New York. Her phone died. She was the girl that was talking to me before you cut in. And so she says
Oh,
she's
so I
here.
didn't put her in.
No, no, I know that. But anyway, her phone died, and so that's how you're able to get back on. But you were trying to call her during when she was talking to me. Anyway, it's all right, Cassandra. I know you're here, and I'm glad you're still listening. Krilla from Oxnard, California. Um, she just said hello. I want to know what's new with you, Krilla. That is actually Felicia from Oxnard, California, and she has several criminal cases. She has eviction and sleeping homelessly, and then she has those are two criminal charges, and then she has a CPS where she lost her two babies back in September. Anyway, a year ago, and she also has a missing mother she was taking care of, and that's where her home eviction came in place. I have someone new here from New Zealand. Welcome, Patho from New Zealand. Um, she has some similar things in New Zealand. This is uh, this is nice. It's the second person from New Zealand. I had a Maori before from New Zealand, all black, and they are the natives there in New Zealand. But this person is um, she has similar things in there, Patho, but welcome. And then we have Barkley, Lisa from Montana. Good evening, Lisa. On the phone, I have Desiree from Santa Ana, California, who has four children and three different fathers. And one of her children is now turned 18 and doesn't want anything to do with her. She has a son who's being distanced, but she's trying to uh, get time with her son. She also has a 1 year old she wants to get back to. So Desiree is on the phone. Now, I have the time right now at 7:54. In 5 minutes, my show ends. I have to end it at 8 o'clock. But I want to welcome these people in my room. I have Bartley from Montana, Patho from New Zealand, Trilla from Oxnard, California, uh, John Justice, Cassandra from Otsego County, New York, Desiree from Santa Ana with her four kids, Michael Raymond from Tennessee. Michael, I think you're from Tennessee. I sometimes get forget, but anyway, we have JJ from Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, and oh, Michael's from Tennessee, right? I had that right, and JJ from Ohio there. Um, I think I got everybody there, so that's always good. Um, anyway, Desiree, with a few minutes left, what else? What other questions do you have for me?
I would like to know what I'm doing um, to better prepare myself for March of 2026, where they are officially closing my case to make me look like another bad parent when I know I'm a good parent. So,
Well, you have to
I just want.
continue with the parenting classes, record them, send them into CPS, and send them into the courts. Also, you got to
I'm
continue
doing
your
CPS.
drug rehab program is finished. Send a certificate to the social service, send it to the court. You need to get rid of that attorney, which I know you're working on. You need to get another court appointed attorney that can help you. They should be able to replace you with one. And if you have a dependency hearing coming on, and like that, you may need a continuance to bring further help on there. But keep listening to my show and keep coming back, Desiree, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Desiree. God bless you. All right, that was Desiree
God bless
from
you.
Santa Ana, California. I have to wind down my show because it's getting close to quitting time. It's 7:57. My show's over at 8. And I thank you, Michael, um, from Tennessee, about your case. And Bartley, I know about your case, and I'm glad you're touching base with me. Patho, you're new and you're from New Zealand, and I'm glad they have New Zealand. You're the second person from New Zealand. Amari was the other person. And then we have Cruella from Oxnard, California, and Cassandra, who is Tony the Tiger from Ostenago County, New York. And I've already talked about Michael and Desiree, and then JJ from Ohio. And um, one thing I want to wrap this up here, because one thing I notice a lot of you have in common is that you don't write self-confirming emails or letters. They don't have to be emails, they can be letters. You need to confirm what's taken place. And one way to do that is to write a letter or an email to the people that did you wrong or the misconceptions. And you can sit there and say, it's my understanding, or all this and so forth. What you're doing is you're doing a paper trail. You need to have a paper trail when you're fighting CPS. And you need to document when you complete things. And you need to make sure the court are aware of it, your attorney's aware of it, and the CPS is aware of it. It's very important that all the stuff that you complete and that you do that. Now, I got to wrap it up, and I'm going to take my phone number down because it's too late to take more calls. I'm going to put the Department of Government Efficiency. It's a federal agency that was created in January to investigate all the other government agencies to see where corruptness was taking place and how bad things were getting. And it has a website that will tell you what they're doing. They can offer you a job, a career job, not an hourly job, but a career job. But the website will tell you who they're investigating what. Right now, I know they're investigating social services. They're also investigating the child protection systems. So they'll find out the corruptness of things in there. Now, there's also two phone numbers you can call them. It's area code 202 is the White House. Then there's an email that you can send your information to or your request into. It's doge at mail.house.gov. Now, you want to first try your best to work with your county. Go through the supervisor, the manager, or the director. If you get nowhere, then you go to the state level at the state capitol and try to get a hold of the civil rights coordinator and petition your problems aren't resolved in the county. If the civil rights coordinator at the state doesn't help you, then you should go to the federal government, go to Doge, and Doge will help you. I know it's a working number. So with that being said, I want to thank all my listeners. I want to thank the emoji I got tonight from Donna Yensoskay. You've been in here before. I think you're someplace in Europe, and it's a pleasure to have a thumbs up. And so I'm glad you're there. I'm also very happy to have met Patho from New Zealand. And hello, Happy Feet. Long time no hear from. And that's all right. I'm glad you did drop in, and I'm glad you're still praying. Happy Feet is from Arizona, and she's from an Indian tribe, and she's trying to get the ICWA, the Indian Child Welfare Act of 1978, enacted on her case. Again, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Michael Rayland from Tennessee, and Bartley from Montana, Patho from New Zealand, Cruella from Oxnard, California, Justin John from Ostenago, New York, Desiree Buckner from Santa Ana, and JJ from Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio there. I want to thank all of you that have called in or had a question to ask or anything like that. I'm going to be on again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time. It's Monday. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. So today was my birthday, by the way. I don't know if any of you knew that, but happy birthday, Bob. Today was my birthday, and I celebrated with you guys tonight and this morning. And you guys are my family. I do care about you, whatever happens. And I wish I could wave a magic wand and make everything get better. But follow my 5 rules. Come in here often to hear my case. Don't give up on your children or your family. Keep fighting for them. There will be a brief video. Follow me as I sign off. God bless you all. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your faith in